Recommendation made by Mr. Hunter, subject to all costs being paid. And finally, the final situation. The township assumes no responsibility, liability for any sewage malfunction on said property.
Make a motion.
I second it.
There's no requirement that the planning commission.
Well, you have a current planning commission, if you want that to go before, I'm sorry, one second. Also, that the owners sign where appropriate, because we're missing Rebecca and Dwight Hunter.
Yeah.
I apologize. Now, the issue is, you have a planning commission, that it still exists. You know, I'm certain if you want to have the planning commission meet to discuss it, that's up to you folks, it's your discretion. If you want to say basically, just approve it, because you make the approvals.
We'd make it anyway. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. It's good drawing.
Whitmer does good work.
Make a motion.
I second it. Sorry.
Questions, comments?
I see absolutely nothing wrong with that plan, it's a perfect plan. It's not following the process that we've had in
That's-
place, and as long as that's noted in the minutes, that we're not following the prescribed process.
You can put what you want in the minutes. The fact of the matter is, right now there is a planning commission, there currently exists a planning commission. Okay, if you want to keep the planning commission existent, that's up to you folks. It's not my decision. Can you abolish the planning commission? You can. I mean, I've done that before in different places.
I don't know why, don't have to sign this if we.
I would not sign it until after Dwight comes
Dwight
back.
comes back and
Where's
signs it.
where's he imported, by the way?
Near St. Petersburg, I think. He'll be back, what, next week?
We can make another caveat to that motion, and he has to bring us all a box of
Sunshine
saltwater tap.
So how does that work then? So he signs it next week and then,
Bring it in and then,
Just tell him to come in and sign. If you guys want to sign it and just hold it till he gets
that'll
here,
be fine.
it's up to you. Plus, it has to be sealed, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't seal it till he,
So however you want to do it.
All
Some
right, we
places,
got a motion
second.
and a second. How do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
I vote yes. Doug?
Yes.
Sure.
We did that one. We skipped 11. 11's done.
11 is done. Final inspection, okay. Zach Prescott unresigning. Thank you.
We'll send all his papers back, so we-
Thank you very
he's
much,
the
Zach.
emergency management coordinator.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we have to notify the county that you're still?
I did already.
We need
So I don't
to
think we ever technically took him off yet.
Yeah. When
Okay.
he held his,
the resignation from Mr. Wright. You need to have a resignation from the appointment.
Did we appoint somebody else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to write a letter. He just hasn't been well enough to do
All
it.
right. So when we get that, just make sure we get that, we can accept it.
And we never notified the county that he was appointed, so actually it's not really like official.
I understand.
No, we need to make a motion because we brought in a water buffalo.
A water buffalo?
Yes. Due to the projected flooding, in conversation with Wheeling, Zach, with Eric, we all kind of got together.
thank you guys for that. too.
There was a discussion of,
Thank you guys.
at
for
one
that.
point, the water was
They
expected to
were
crest at 40 foot.
projecting,
They might have to shut the plant.
Shut the plant down. So what would happen is they could treat the water, but if we lost power, there was no way to pump the water here. So we contacted,
when Ivan hit, the West Ellick was without water for a week.
2004, their generators went down because of the flooding.
Yeah.
They weren't able to pump water to us, we lost water for a week.
For a week,
Uh,
so we were
Thursday,
trying,
the
we were trying to
projections
get
were
ahead
higher
of it,
than
basically.
2004.
No, it's not a problem with that.
You're a hero or a goat.
yep.
Thank goodness we
All
were
right, so
good.
what are you trying to
So
do?
we need to make a motion basically saying that we brought it in under
We
emergency
paid-
circumstances and we paid $300 and we're gonna pay the $25 it took to fill it.
Okay, so make a
Do we,
motion.
that was, we
Just
need to
make a motion.
Okay, I make a motion that we
Make a motion to
retroactively,
reaffirm the acquisition of water buffalo for $300 from whoever, who was it?
Al's Water.
No, and they
From
could,
Al's Water, and also a fee of $25 to fill that.
yeah.
Yes, it was $300 and then the
So
thank
that's
you.
your motion to reaffirm that.
And a thank you to the fire department for putting it in their bag.
Yes.
So where's this water buffalo at?
It's currently in the fire department.
I'll second the motion.
when you get the bill, I know there's two different prices. When John talked, there's one price for insulated, one price for not insulated.
Okay,
And we ordered a not
not
insulated.
insulated,
It showed up insulated.
okay,
So if they bill that,
just
we
tell
don't
them.
pay that, yeah.
Yeah, because that was the deal,
We
we
didn't
got
order that.
non-insulated because you
Right.
guys were gonna put it inside.
Right, okay.
We got a bonus out of it.
No, it was more of a pain than anything, because I couldn't see in it when I was filling it. And it took me 8 hours and 20 minutes to fill it, so.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was a long time, thank you.
Okay, we got a motion and a second, how do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Yes, Doug?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ed?
Yeah. Okay. Road crew daily report for LSA and residents.
Yes, it would be a little easier to do the reports for the LSA and so forth if we had more of a, we saw Buffalo's and Buffalo has more of a saying what they do, so then we can keep records easier for the LSA.
Okay.
What does road crew have to do with that?
Not LSA.
Um,
Liquid fuels, sorry.
Is that what you?
Yes, that's what I meant when I
That's
wrote
what-
it. That was a
That's what
long
that's
day.
stating, okay.
Yes, that was a long day that we were,
Oh, liquid, so it's for
yes,
liquid
liquid
fuel.
fuels, yeah,
And I
sorry.
think-
Now it makes.
Liquid fuels.
I think Mr. Crusher says he does do something on the timesheets, correct, Mr.
Yeah.
Crusher? And you need that for liquid fuels purposes.
Okay, so
Are you gonna change the report
What-
that we have?
what action needs taken here, or do you want taken?
Do you want us to come up with a form?
Just replace the one that we're using that has that information on it?
Well, it's on their timesheets, and I think it's, we don't usually get to their timesheets. I don't,
Yeah.
is that what you're?
Yes.
Why don't you do this, why don't you work with Mr. Crusher with how, the purpose of the reports, it's like a road, we call them road logs. The purpose of road log is to substantiate what you're doing for liquid fuels, because sometimes it will come in and question what you're doing. But he said he has a lot of definition on his timesheets, am I correct?
Well, we put down what we're doing for the day,
Right.
we have the codes that we code everything.
I don't know what the codes are.
Yeah, we don't know what the codes are
Maybe we
now.
should just
I
talk to
can
Mr.
print you off a copy.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't we just do that, talk to him, okay?
That'll work.
So we really don't have to do anything
No.
right now, we just
Yay.
kinda need to get together maybe,
Okay.
right? Does that
Correct.
sound all right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. All right. IT person to look at the police department computer and office
Yes, we
Computer.
the police need an IT person to come in and check their computer, but you can't just go get a regular person, they have to be vetted. They have to be, it's a little more strict.
What?
So moved,
But you don't know who you can use though, do
it
you?
don't make any difference.
Whoever John can get,
Okay.
they just, there's only certain things.
Do
that
we
you
have
can-
a,
Is that the same person that's gonna do the office one then?
Well,
No, because they'll do an audit on his folder.
Okay.
do we have a, do we wanna put a ceiling on this? Or-
I don't know how much it would cost.
Why don't you talk to Stephanie over at Can't-See who they, you know, we have a police department, they have somebody who's really good.
Okay,
Just, if you can get some ideas.
do you wanna put, well, it needs to be done sooner as opposed to later, because it's not been done in a long time.
Because you're supposed to have an audit done by the state police, I guess, every couple of years, am I correct, Mr. Graham? Because we have this going on someplace else. So, why don't you make a motion to authorize a vetted IT person to review the computers for the, I call you Canton Township, for Donegal Township, up to a fee of $1,000. And if over, report the same to each supervisor.
Okay,
I like that better.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's making that motion?
I guess I am.
I'll second it.
How do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
I vote yes. Doug?
Yes,
Ed?
Yep. Part-time help for the office. I told you earlier here, when I seen that on the agenda, I think we can get some externships. I have a contact at Penn Commercial. You can, it's a really good system. I mean, you can interview them, you'll get their resumes, you can pick who you want. If you don't like them, you send them back. If you do like them, you may want to hire them. If not, when their schooling's over, you can get another one, but it's free. and it does them a service too, because they need the experience. So if, I don't see,
The only issue we had with that was it's difficult to train somebody and then she's gonna train them again in 12 weeks, correct?
yeah,
That would be the biggest drawback to that. I mean, if you had somebody and then you brought in an externship, but she's basically gonna train somebody every quarter and start over again.
yeah.
Well, a lot of
Well, I
what
think
the person's
you-
gonna be doing is gonna be very limited.
Yeah, But they do-
That as a temp agency, you may,
but they do
first one to
use,
second one, you may decide you're gonna hire them.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
Then
know,
you,
then you're-
you can hire them if, you know, at the end of their schooling. But, I do know they learn QuickBooks.
I move that we contact Penn Commercial to see what they can do for us in this program. I'm familiar with it, it's a very good program. I've actually had students who were part of it.
Anybody second it? I'll second it. Questions, comments?
Does your mom still work there? She here?
She's retired from there, but that's my,
How-
that's my
okay,
contact.
How long,
But I have
I'm a little bit forgetful. How long is the term with
12 weeks.
So their externship's 12 weeks?
Right,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
12 weeks. And the idea is to get somebody you like and
I-
hire them.
I'm very familiar with the program and know a lot of good students who come through it.
Okay, thanks for outing my contact there, Doug.
Well, nothing wrong with that. Hey, it is what it is. I'm not closer for that.
All right, we got a motion and a second, how do you vote?
Mike,
No,
Kathy,
No.
Come on, Danny.
I vote no.
Well, Ed, I'm gonna vote yes.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
All right, that motion died, or that didn't go through, whatever. Okay, so do we wanna, what do you wanna do?
I move we advertise for a part-time position.
Just lay off a road crew worker last month,
Hey, we're rolling in the dough, I suppose.
and now you're gonna hire an office worker?
That makes no sense.
No? If we're gonna hire one, I think we should advertise for
We
one.
need something, somebody needs to answer phones and take care of the window, and the filing needs updated.
Somebody needs to fix your roads too.
Well, I know that.
I'm
agree,
just saying, you know what I mean?
agree.
That,
If,
That-
question,
Yeah,
if that's all that needs done, window filing and answering a phone, I don't think that's much training that, you know, for even
every
if they
12
only here
weeks,
for
yeah,
12 weeks.
I agree, but that motion already, or that
But I'm
already
saying, you
died,
could
so.
hire a chimp to answer the phone and do files and answer windows.
The extra duties there could be very limited.
Yeah.
You could do the filing, you could answer the phone, you could do the water bill, you could rent the gym, those kind of things, collect the rent from their tenants.
Could you, next question, could you, how do you want to say that? Reword your motion to
include that.
do the same thing and include to limited duties for assistant for basic, you know, just basic, simple, like what Tammy said.
I don't know
Answering
how
the
to
phone,
reword
simple
the,
duties.
I don't know how to reword the motion to put it back on the floor, because I don't think we can.
Well, what it would be.
I see, what I'm saying is I see both points, okay? If that's all it is and it's simple, we absolutely could have an intern do that. But same token, I see their point, if
Yeah,
your
'cause
reasoning for voting no.
My issue was the
is
retraining. that was
Privacy
all.
laws and, you know, I mean,
They're not
seeking
gonna
personal.
be-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, I
They're
kinda
not
missed,
gonna be doing your heavy duty
right,
stuff.
I kinda, you know, I mean, but that was kinda my miss on it, was the retraining, was what I was taking into
Yeah,
consideration.
you're not, yeah, you're, you know, like you said, you may find somebody that's.
Yeah.
You may,
I'm just gonna tell you, I may
Yeah.
have,
yeah,
I missed on.
And then I would hope that someday they could, because the water billing needs to come back here to reduce.
Is there any way we can put that back on the floor?
And the key word there is free. We can afford free.
Just-
Free help is good.
Why don't you make a motion to hire somebody that'll do it for free? Listen, he's gonna tell us how we can do it.
Maybe just to-
Earn your money, let's go.
And the motion.
We'd have the people that voted, just trying to think how Robert's rules provides for this.
They can bring it up, I
The
believe.
people that voted for it you can bring it back up. So my recollection.
I think you're correct.
Okay. It's been a while. We haven't adopted Robert's rules, we follow that,
Right.
okay? So, you wanna have a motion to, what's the motion gonna be, to have contact?
Penn Commercial.
Penn
to-
Commercial.
You're gonna try them for 12 weeks and
Yeah.
then that year.
If it don't work, then
If it
maybe.
don't work, you
If it
That's fine.
don't work in 3 weeks,
Yeah.
you
How many,
terminate.
Yeah.
you have a lot of good, Mrs. Shingley, you have a lot of good client, people down there?
I hope so.
You guarantee
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can specify what program they're coming out of. They have an associate degree program there, so you got 2-year
Okay.
students.
So a motion to authorize the utilization of a temporary intern for Donegal Township at no cost. Are you gonna pay, do we have to pay for this, Mrs. Shingle?
No, it's free.
At no cost?
Yeah.
That's, no,
Okay.
Mr. Teagarden?
What?
I mean, who's making
Yeah.
this motion?
I shouldn't be making the motion again, should I?
No,
I'll make the motion, since I messed it up.
okay, who's seconding the motion?
I second.
No.
Oh, okay.
Tammy,
Did, or who,
are you gonna second that motion?
to,
It's not gonna cost you anything.
Yeah.
It's free work.
and it's to contact them, correct, to see what, to make sure that we can.
You're not gonna take anyone off the street.
Right,
You're gonna interview them and.
Plus, you have kids in the building, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to have them vetted and everything
Yeah,
else.
they have to have clearances wherever they're going. So
Okay.
some of them are going to schools and police stations, so
Yeah, that makes it a little better,
And you
No,
could
no.
be talking a person from 18 years old to 65 years
yeah,
old,
right.
in that range, or maybe even higher.
All right, so second to that thing, one of you three? Tammy or Kathy? It's up to you, it doesn't cost, cost you anything.
I'll second the motion.
We got a motion and a second. After 15 stinking minutes, we're right back where we started. All right,
I apologize, Ed.
so how do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
Apparently have free ones. Yes.
I vote yes. Done.
Yes.
I'm gonna vote no.
You better
All that work
keep it.
Ed, I'm gonna kick your ass after this.
Thank you.
Okay.
Are you serious about that?
That was funny, but you're really voting yes, right?
It doesn't matter, it passed. Water line survey on township property.
We have a request.
Yeah, it's right
There's a
there.
request from Range. They went to survey the property, and I told them we
Right,
wouldn't
temporary
do
water
it.
line.
We needed something in writing.
Okay.
We weren't just gonna go with one of us saying okay.
What property?
It's actually the road garage, the old township. It's like, it goes right to the side of the property line.
I move we accept it, it's no big deal.
So what are you getting for it?
They're just
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
surveying it right now.
Oh, is this a survey?
Yes.
Okay.
No big deal with it.
No, it's a survey.
No, I just,
Just a
with
survey.
it being a township, I thought we better have something in writing as opposed to
Oh,
just one of us
just do it
saying
here.
yes.
Just
This
do
is
it.
a
Yes.
motion to approve a survey by a range resource to put a temporary water line on a township property located, what's that called, Old Route 80? Old Route
40.
Old Route 40.
So we're not approving the temporary water
No,
line, we're
you're
just approving
approving the
the.
survey.
Okay, somebody make a motion.
I make that motion.
Thought it did, but go ahead.
Oh,
Doug-
no.
Oh, I'm
Doug
sorry.
did.
Doug made the
did.
motion.
Made the
Okay, I
motion.
second it.
Second, how do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
I vote yes. Doug,
Yeah.
Mike, Ed.
Yeah. Lease agreement for the township building rental.
I sent you over here.
Yeah.
Danielle is up, that's who's the first one that's up. So,
Oh, that's,
How long is the period that was that 3 years we talked to her about, do you recall?
it was
No,
a year.
she never signed the 3-year
She didn't
agreement.
sign it, but I think we proposed that as part of.
Yeah, she never signed that one, right, so, and I can only locate the 1 year in the old file.
Can you talk to her about a lease term and all that?
have we, yeah. When is she up?
She was up in December,
Well, she was up in December.
yes.
So she's month to month right now.
I move we offer the extension of the lease, you know, 1, 2, or 3 years, whatever she wants, at the current rate, $1,200.
Does anybody want to second that?
I'll second it, put it up for a vote.
All right, discussion,
Yeah, what,
that's too cheap.
did you put, really?
Yeah. For commercial space with all utilities and garbage and parking and everything included? Yeah.
Well, it's your opinion. I'm not comparing with what we collect from downstairs on the, I can't think of the name, County Sterling.
Yeah, I don't know what.
It's less than $700
I'm,
for the whole floor.
yeah. Well, that, then
Yeah.
I think that's too cheap too. I'm
Yeah,
just
it might
saying,
be.
you know.
Was there any kind of deal with, it was after I left, but I know downstairs and some of the other rentals, there were some deals that when they moved in, they upgraded.
Yes, but I think
building.
I think we've used that all up.
Okay,
Yeah.
because that might have been why it was so
That was the
low.
same way upstairs.
Because they did upgrades in that, you know.
Well, the agreements do say that all the repairs are on the tenant. That's.
That agreement there, that's not the same agreement that was in place he was talking about, it's different. This came a lot later.
Okay, but we just basically, we retyped what was, because we couldn't edit, because it was a PDF, so. And then the only
Get a
other thing.
program.
Huh?
All you gotta do is get my program.
Okay,
Feed anything in there and edit it.
all right,
Some
so
places are original, because I wrote it.
we have a,
It's not in that file.
we have a motion and a second, and is there any more discussions on it? What was the motion? The motion was to offer them the lease at the current rate.
The upstairs is a space that is not particularly desirable for most outfits. It's very limited, all the rooms aren't done. And I don't think you're gonna rent to anybody else. If you stand a chance of relieving, that's a bad thing. That's my 2 cents worth.
You want?
So, I mean, you want to change the dollar amount, and we've done that before, we've actually put in some of those contracts. For example, downstairs rent increases by X number of dollars every year, I don't remember what the dollars is, but it does ratchet up. And that's fine too.
Yeah.
I know the one thing that we did, because we're waiting on her to get a new certificate of insurance to us. She didn't name the township as additional insured.
Get these two.
And I asked her to check on that, to do that, just because, you know, that protects the township.
It's no big deal.
Do we have to act on this tonight? Can we, if she's got paperwork she's got paperwork she needs to do we want to try to come up with something, numbers or something? And
Can, I mean, she's basically.
she's paying month to month right
She's paying
now.
on a month-to-month
Yeah, can we table?
basis.
Yeah, she just actually increased what she's paying now, it was more than what she had been. So we released those other rooms upstairs to her.
So why don't you just table this till the next meeting?
Yeah.
And continue, and it will continue on a month-to-month basis.
Yeah.
And we need to withdraw our motion in a second.
Yeah,
Correct.
okay, so.
So
you
somebody
withdrawing?
needs, I'll make a motion to table it.
Wait a minute, Mike, did you withdraw?
Yeah, I withdraw my motion.
Yes,
Okay,
I'll second.
okay, and then you're gonna table it? And
Yeah.
Doug, you second
Did
that?
you, your motion was to table?
Yes.
Okay, how you vote, Mike?
Yes.
Kathy? How about yes? Doug?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
And before you move on, just one thing about what Tammy said, on that listed as additional short, make sure when you do that, Tammy, you probably know this. Just because you're listed an additional short, you have to have the endorsement on the policy or it doesn't hold water. So,
Right,
okay. I figured you knew that.
that's why, yeah,
I'm second, sorry.
the one we have, we are not endorsed on it or anything, so that's why
It's hugely important.
it is.
Number 18, abolishing the ordinance to abolish the planning commission.
I think that's actually goes that one too. Okay.
Yeah, I read it. It was in the, just basically says that we're gonna abolish that and set up a planning committee out of the board, members of the board or designees. Okay. I'll make a motion, we advertise the ordinance.
Second.
Questions? Comments? How do you vote?
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
I vote yes. Doug
No,
and Ed?
Yep.
Mike, did you second that, right?
Hmm?
No, I did.
Kathy.
Yeah, seconded.
Okay, token machine.
Okay, I got a quote for the token machine. It is $1,550. It includes freight, but it does not include being installed, which I don't think will be real hard to
is
install.
that the price that from the current
Yes.
supplier?
Yes, it is. So I contacted him. The idea would be to put it inside here. It's open until midnight. It would allow people to come in and get their tokens.
Tokens
No,
for
we
what?
have to
The
ask the
water.
police
Water.
department about that leak in the door, because sometimes it's off.
Didn't direct them to leave it open.
Yeah. we
I'll
can-
make a motion that we purchase the token machine to be installed in this room at that cost. We'll post the hours that it's available.
And there's a camera in here, right?
Well, we can turn that camera and put it where the camera.
Yeah.
Point it.
Yeah.
We're gonna just point it out. Which way is the point, John? Is it point that way?
The center of the room.
Okay. Put it over there somewhere.
Right inside the door. Yeah, we're by the
Yeah.
All
As
right,
long as it doesn't affect the weight.
Doug made a motion. Second,
I'll second it.
questions, comments? How do you vote?
Mike,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
I vote yes. Doug,
Yes,
Ed?
Yep.
we have a cash machine and someone stole it. The whole
I'm sorry
thing,
laughing, but they did?
the whole thing.
Yeah.
How would they still?
Down at the water company.
Yeah, it's done.
Plugged it up,
Fired it off the wall and took it with them.
because we have those machines, we have those with Southwest throughout Rogersville and different parts of Greene County.
Yep. Need to advertise for a CPA to audit 2017.
Did we get notification from the auditors that they weren't gonna do that job, or we just decided they're not gonna do it?
No, I finally got in touch with Cipher and Cipher. They've given me over 16 pages of work papers and adjustments for the 2016 audit that we've been starting to look at. It is getting very in-depth. Unless you have an accounting background and understand it, I just don't, I mean, it's a lot to entail.
But because they're doing the audit, doesn't mean they're making the,
No, but all them
Adjustments.
adjustments have to be made, and they have to be made correctly, and as of right now, the trial balances aren't balanced.
so my
when
question
they
being
start.
is that we had an audit done by elected auditors, does that mean it's invalid?
No, it's not valid, it's just that the work papers that were turned over, all the entries didn't get done.
What do you mean?
So I finally got in touch with Charlie Rupert, and he provided me with all the pages from the work papers that
Who's
were
Charlie
given.
Rupert?
The gentleman at Cipher and Cipher that did your audit.
That wasn't the guy that I dealt with. And what was his name, Tammy? Dan Tarzes.
Well, he works.
He's the one that sent me the paperwork, because he directed me to Charlie to talk to him, because that's who did the agreement, so.
Yeah, you spoke to Charlie Rupert concerning the issue.
Mhm.
You have to have those, you have to have the entries posted. Yeah,
Um,
because you'll never know. It's sort of like I always tell people.
And he told me that in order to start the entries, we have to make sure that the trial balance from 2016 matches his starting, and some of them do not.
Why?
I don't know. I'm trying to dig into that, and it's become very cumbersome.
Did we have an, did they do the audit before, Cipher and Cipher?
So,
What did you hire them for?
They didn't-
They did
they didn't-
some in
They
2016.
didn't, they did,
16, but they didn't do any entries.
they were hired to do the entries. They were hired to come in to re-examine the audit that was already done.
But the point is, nobody did the entries.
You have to do the entries. Now, you have to post your ledger. I call posting ledger, you call it entries. If you don't post your ledger, then you don't know where you're at.
Well, they're not,
I know where I'm at.
those adjustments need to be made,
It's 10 o'clock.
you know, they made at the beginning of the year here. We shouldn't go back changing them.
They were given, last year to the,
When were they given to the township?
What
I'm
entries?
not-
I've never seen entries.
he said he gave them the night that they gave the audit.
2017.
Huh?
Was the entries in
The
there?
report, no, the report was
Yeah, there was a report, but I
given
don't,
to us.
I never saw any entries.
Yes, he said he left the entries.
I never saw any entries.
The guy you talked to is Daniel Straneski,
It
brother.
really
Yes.
doesn't matter at this point
No.
who's seen what, right? We gotta get it squared away. Is that right?
You have to.
Or it doesn't, we can have audits till the cows come home and it doesn't do any good.
Now, there was two things that he was asked to verify, whether there was missing funds and misappropriations, which the board was accused of. And Mr. Cipher said there was neither. And very clearly.
But there were still
There's-
16 pages
I know,
that
that's
need to
all.
be, adjustments that need to be made before,
They have to be made.
doesn't matter, it still has to be fixed.
Yeah, the other's fine, it's just, need to fix the other stuff that they said in
So
there.
if you haven't fixed it, if you have to fix that. Sort of like I always tell people, use an example. It's sort of like selling a ship by the coast, and there's no light, no lighthouse to direct you where to go. You're gonna hit, you may hit the beach, you may hit the rocks, you may not, but you need to figure out where you're going.
Okay, so what, does somebody have a suggestion? Or a motion,
I make a motion that,
May I ask a question?
Yeah.
I do know in the Pennsylvania Auditor's Manual, there also is a statement in there that an audit that has been closed,
it's not closed.
the 2016 audit is
2016 was.
closed.
When you mean
2016.
closed,
Okay, but you can't go back.
You can't go back and surcharge
You can't-
somebody.
you can't,
No, but you cannot, it says it cannot
he
be
couldn't be closed without the
reopened
adjusting
to
entries
settle
being done.
accounts. It does, it says that it cannot be reopened to settle accounts.
You never made the adjusting entries to reflect what the audit was.
Okay, but that
He
also
said,
says.
the CPA is saying that we need to make the adjustments.
Okay.
I'm just telling him, he's a CPA, I'm not a
Yeah,
CPA.
I'm not either, so.
I ain't either, I can guarantee you that.
Well, adjustments have to be made, the question is
We're not-
what period you make them in.
Well, since I don't have a time machine, I'm gonna guess.
You make the